Okay, so I'm going to be working on Jessica's hair. I started working on her hair earlier on, but and I filmed it too, but I kind of messed it up, so I deleted it. So I'm going to show you how I do the curls on the side. So I have some mixtures here of what I have is ultramarine blue, Roman black, burnt umber, burnt sienna, yellow ochre. Yeah, so these are raw umber. But so I've made my mixtures. I've made mixture with a the very dark color is burnt umber with ultramarine blue, and I made this color here, and burnt umber and burnt sienna. I put that over here with a little bit of ultramarine blue in there, and then I mixed some burnt sienna with yellow ochre, and I created this color over here. And this is burnt sienna. So I'm using between these colors, and I'm adding a little bit of white in there, but not much. So now I'm going to come and grab a tiny bit of white, and I'm going to come along the side and highlight some of these curls. I'm just going to actually not highlight them, but shape them. You're going to get an idea of what I'm doing here. Grab some more of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of oleo gel. And come along here and create some of these kinks and curls. I'll grab a little bit of this color. I'm using a little bit of raw umber in the background color. Just on the edge here, where it blends into the background. You don't want your hair to look like it's stuck on. You kind of want it to look like it's emerging from the background. So you add some of the background color into the hair right on the edges. And I want a place that's not as it's not as bright on this side. The color is a little muted on the side. So I'm dragging the background color right into the hair, because generally our hair and our skin picks up colors from the environment. Let's grab some of this here and add a little bit of white into that. And then I'll take some of this reddish color and place it here. I'll go and, you know, add in all the highlights. You know, once the hair is, once I've painted all the hair, I'll go and paint the highlights. And sorry, I'm not talking much. It's kind of self-explanatory. And of course, when I'm done, I'll go and add the highlights and do some glazing and liven up some of the colors and make some of the colors a little more richer. Oops, I need to make that a little lighter. And this comes from here, back of this curl, here. There's so many hairs, little hairs here. You just gotta take your pick. You can't paint every single hair, but you can give it an illusion that you have. So I'm gonna grab some of this yellow ochre, a little bit of this white, yellow, and then I'm just gonna go and pick up some of these highlights right over here, but they're actually brighter. But right now I'm setting the stage for the, and then I'll add the correct color, and afterwards I'll just glaze in that brighter color. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can. That's even brighter. Some of these curls have really high chroma, but I'm going to put that in afterwards when I glaze. But you kind of get the idea. I'm hoping that you can see this properly and it's not too dark. It's great that as artists we have this. You know, the world has gone completely mad right now, and I'm so happy that I have this ability to be able to just escape from the world, you know, sit in my studio and paint. I'm so fortunate. Like, I can't tell you how much I count my blessings that I don't live in a big city, because I live on a farm in the middle of a tiny island in the middle of nowhere. and it's peaceful. You know, there's no protests or anything like that going on where I am, and I'm really grateful. Like, if you guys are going through this, I'm so sorry, and it might still come to our little sleepy town. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't, but you know, I'm not at this point. I don't hold much hope for humanity because everything has just gone just absolutely haywire, and it's a little unsettling, you know, as artists. I mean, what kind of future do we have? What future do we have right now? Where is this world going? Like, where is it leading from here? So that concerns me a bit, you know. Are we heading in for the end times? You know, so if I don't know how many of you are Christian, but I'm beginning to think that this is what's going on, you know, because of all the signs that, you know, that the prophet Daniel has spoke about is actually coming to fruition. And, you know, you wonder, you know, oops, is the time now? You know, we should be getting ourselves ready for this, because, you know, everything that's going on in our world currently was predicted in the book of Revelations, and also in Daniel and a few other books. I think in Acts, and I don't know where else exactly, but I'm sure some of you would be able to tell me. And I know there's many of you who are not Christian, and you know, I think that each to their own. You know, each person to their own. You gotta go with what you know in your heart to be true for you. You know. I think you kind of get the gist of what I'm doing here. Sorry, I didn't mean to start talking about religion and stuff, but with what's going on in the world right now, it makes you wonder. Hang on a minute. I mean, if you've been on my Facebook page, you'll know which way I roll. I'm pretty verbal, actually, because, you know, this is our world. Our children have to live in this world when we pass. And, you know, we want the world to be the favorable and the best place it can be for future generations. And when you see all this craziness happening, you just have to speak up and go, wait a minute, what's going on? Why do I and my children feel so under threat right now? And it's, I mean, I have older kids. I mean, I'm painting my daughter, and I have 7 grandsons, and I wonder what's going to become of my grandsons. You know, it just really worries me. It just really worries me. And we all should be concerned right now. I mean, look what's going on. This is not normal. You know, what's going on in our world is not normal. There's a reason why the authorities are allowing this chaos. There's a reason for this. But what I want to know is, what is that reason? You know, what is coming? And I'm in Canada right now, and you know, our politics in Canada is not the same as it is in the US. And I know for sure that something's up. You know, that awkward, that really eerie feeling just before something crazy is about to happen. All the birds become silent, or else they become chaotic. And that's kind of the feeling I kind of get, you know, with what's happening in our world. And I wonder what kind of a life, my grandchildren are going to have. And that worries me. Any grandmother would be worried. So, and yeah, I'm verbal. I speak out. Like, if you disagree with me, that's okay. You're allowed to. You're allowed to have your own opinion. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Doesn't mean we're all right, but we all have our own beliefs. We all come from all different walks of life. I'm originally from Africa. I was born in Zambia. And that was quite an experience. Very different from living in Canada, that's for sure. But I must admit, I love it here. But I'm getting a little concerned about even that right now, because I don't know what's going on in our world. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Feel free to share your views in the comments. Don't get too political and too crazy, because I don't want to have people in the comments section arguing over politics when really what I'm trying to show you is how to paint hair. You know what I'm saying? So keep the comments light, and it's good to hear other people's opinions, and it's always good to learn of new news, because I try and keep up with what's going on, but sometimes something new arrives and I'd love to know about it. If I'm missing, I want to know, because we share this world. We have kids, we have grandkids, we have a life. We all have to live on this planet, and if there's something we should know, then we should share it. Not all of us hold the same views, but and that's okay. That's what makes this world so, so interesting, because we all have different views. So that gives you an idea of how I go about making hair. And then of course I'll go and deepen all these, or enliven and enrich the colors even more. But once that's dry, I'll be able to do that. So I hope you enjoyed the hair painting video, and I will continue filming glazing Jessica's face. I might even go with another coat, because now that I've painted her hair, I realized her face needs to go a little darker. So I may glaze it. I'll see what happens, but I'm going to wait for all of this to dry, and probably tomorrow I think it might be dry, and then I'll continue painting the face and show you how I do this. Have a great day, and stay safe, and God bless.